Regarding Portugal 5 years citizenship law, there are little doubts created in my mind. I am covering this law since start. Why I am telling this one? Because now question is why new government of the Portugal is not implementing this law. What is the problem? Because this law was published in 5 March 2024. If you will count April, May, June, July, and then August is going on. I think never happened in Portugal's law. When president signed, law is valid. Now that is in published section. When it is published, now final step of this law is implementation section. Implementation section must not be so long. Normally laws, you know that when they want new government want closing of immigration, instantly president will sign, instantly law will be approved, instantly law will be published, instantly law will be in the implementation section, mean that it will be implemented. Now I am comparing these two laws. One law, new government, I am talking new government of the Portugal, they wanted to close immigration. They did overnight. President signed, no parliament discussion. It was published instantly. It was implemented instantly. Now, this is the point I'm talking about. And other side, 5 years citizenship law, in which clearly it is written that time of the passport will start when the person will file application. Will file application mean when he will register his immigration application. Registration of immigration application in Portugal's language, normally Indians, Asians, European people says file lock, and in decent words in official language it is called expression of interest. So expression of interest, it means that when it is filed, the time of the passport will count. Why there are doubts created? Doubts created in my mind. New government when came into existence, when they took charge, this law was published. Now we were waiting and we are waiting. It's very simple. Just implement this law. All things have been done. Already so much long time in this law has been already wasted. For example, there was huge parliament discussions. Parliament members were discussing this law. When parliament members finished the discussion, this law was gone to President House. President was confused. He think that might be this law is not according to justice and laws. Therefore, this law must be rechecked by Justice Department. He sent this law to the Justice Department. Justice Department rechecked the bill. After rechecking of the bill, they sent back to Portugal president and they told, sir, there is no problem in this law and this law is 100% valid. Just go and signature, and there is no any problem in reference to Portugal's law. It is in accordance with Portugal's law. Portugal president says that's fine. He signed the law, and then after that this law was published also. In that time almost old government was going due to corruption charges by the president of Portugal, and Portugal was in transitional phase. Elections preparations were going on and there was no government. It remained in published section. So this law did not actually came into implementation section. What happened now? This new government came. When this new government came, this new government did not talk until now this law. There is no any single statement. We were having perception. Technically, we need to predict some things. We think that if this government is against this law, why this government is not talking in the media, is not talking in the parliament house, that this law, 5 year citizenship law, which is technically discussed in parliament in previous government and signed by president, we are not in favor of this law. Why this new government ministers, members, parliament members did not discuss this law in parliament house? They did not discuss. When they did not discuss, what happened next? they were not putting this law in implementation section. So there was rumors in my mind also. This Portugal government is not going to close this, and still I think this government is in favor of this law. Still I am very optimistic that this law will go into implementation section and will be implemented very soon. A lot of people are asking from us, sir, can we file application from file law over 5 years completed? Now we cannot tell. Technically we are wrong when we will say that you cannot file, because according to Portugal's papers law, even AIMA, IRN, if it will refuse application, that will be against Portugal's law. If you will go to the court, that's why I told in one clip, when you will go by lawyer, the lawyer will tell IRN that after file law, currently 5 years law, 5 years citizenship law is 100% valid, signed by president, published. Now you have to take application according to the Portugal's law. And if you will not take this application, you are not following Portugal's law. So IRN knew that when they will go to the court, we will be loser, because law has been signed, law has been published. So they are taking application by lawyers, but without lawyers you will go, they will tell you their official registration problem. Our software is not updated. This law is technically valid. We are aware there is no any problem. This law is 100% in the implementation section now, but we are not going to take this application because our software is not updated. I think they are making pretext. They are actually just taking time from you. They knew that when that new government will allow us, then we will take applications. This is the doubt in my mind. Why new government is not passing this law? This word I should not say. This law has been passed. Now I have answer also in my mind. Why this government is not implementing this law practically? If this government will talk against this law, now this doubt created in my mind. No, just 2 days back, I was just thinking why this government is not implementing this law practically. And if they are against this law, why this government is not speaking in Parliament House? If they can speak about conversion of AIMA into SAF, if they can speak about all illegal immigrants topics, if they can close immigration instantly, why they are not speaking about this law in favor or against? I think if they will speak against this law in Parliament House, they will be against Portugal's law, because this law has been published. That is one of the reason I assessed that new government might not be happy from this law and might wanted to speak about this law, that this law is not good because the Portugal's migrants will get the passport early and time of passport reduce is not good for Portugal migrants, but they are not able to speak because this is Portugal's law. And they can do only when they will make another law, which is very difficult because discussion in Parliament House, Parliament members may not support because these Parliament members spoke in favor of this law. So story continues of 5-year citizenship law. So I will be keep informing you. Thank you very much.